No, the only reason
Oh,
the
God.
only reason Julius did it because like when we were out there in the middle of the field, man, I'm
This
telling
is
you, one of
such
the
a
biggest
bad
things
rabbit hole.
Julius hates is bugs. When there's a bug, he
Oh my
fucking
God.
hates it.
Okay, we gotta stop this, man. What's your record,
No, I'm
Dave?
serious.
We
If
gotta
there's
get
like
everybody to sleep. We got people that gotta work. We got
Sleep's
people
a
that are
crutch.
falling asleep. We got
but all right.
JB's got to write
Third-
books and shit.
I
13
got to get up in like 4.5 hours.
about Blair
Really.
Walsh the fourth.
Blair Walsh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. 13-3. I think they knock out the Lions last week to keep them out of the playoffs. And Packers. God, I don't want to say this. They sweep the division. Oh,
Woo.
I got them going 5-3 the rest of the way here. The last 8 games, they'll finish 12-4. One better than I have them. I had them going 11-5. I think with a couple of the games like this Chiefs game, and I think now with the way the Chargers have been this week, I was expecting those to be 2 losses. So I had them going like 3-5. Yeah. So there's a couple game difference, so I'm going to say they're probably going to lose a game on the back end. I wasn't expecting to balance out the 2 games here that I thought they'd lose, but they'd still be 1 game up because of the Chiefs game, so I'm bumping them to 12-4 for the season. And I think that'll be enough to get them at least the number 2 seed in a bye.
I think that sounds about right. I hate to say this, I don't think the Lions game is going to have any bearing on the playoffs.
I can see that. I can see them being 500 just at that moment.
Yeah, and I just think the Lions are going to be too one-dimensional on the offensive side of the ball, and I think they've got too many issues with their defense right now. They'll fight, but I just don't see it. But I mean,
question.
You know,
If the Lions finish 8-7-1 or 7-8-1, right around 500, does Patricia and Quinn get fired, or do they stay?
That'd be a mistake.
I bet they stay.
Yeah, it'd be a mistake to
They
fire
fired
him.
Caldwell at 9-7. I'm just saying.
But they gave Caldwell 3 years, and I think they're gonna give Patricia a third one too.
Okay. All
right. I'm not about the coaching changes every year, every 2 years. I think that
I'm just asking because
no.
It seems like
I'm answering the question, Dave. Stop getting your panties in a bunch, man. It's my turn. I want to answer.
Oh, they're in a knot, sir.
Well, mine, I'm not wearing any, so whatever. Anyway, so I love those faces I get when I just say random shit to Dave. I don't even know if he catches it half the time. But look at his face.
He doesn't wear underwear for once. That's what I don't want. God.
It's
what are you, an Eskimo?
Now I lost my train of thought.
From?
You're jackass sometimes.
Yes, I did it. All right, guys.
Let's get out of here. We're out of here.
All right.
It's enough.
It's been fun.
Enough for you,
Fellas,
Dave.
Thank you. Julius, I know you're heading out here in a couple weeks. Back to Afghanistan. I mean, I know it's
God, I don't like that.
Still going over there supporting the soldiers, man. Thank you for what you do. You were a soldier once, and I love you, brother. Be safe. We'll see
appreciate that. I'm gonna try to jump on. I'm still gonna try to jump on here, man. I'm still gonna have some technology on over here. So you're not gonna hear the last. It's not the last you're gonna hear from me this season. Definitely.
Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah,
make sure you find a Haji Italian pizza shop with a top roof like last time.
Be safe over there. Be safe over there, and give us a random Skype drop in once in a while, just when you get some time. If you're over there, just so we know you're alive and you can talk some shit randomly. We it's not going to be a complete rest of the season if we don't hear from you once in a while, no matter where in the hell the world you are and who the hell you're killing and slaughtering. So, just check in. Please,
he's a contractor. He's not a soldier anymore.
Leave the blood. I don't know. For all I know, that's what he just tells us, and he goes over there on some Rambo shit. I don't want to see any. I don't want to see any blood or guts if you're on video, though. Thank you. Okay, I got a weak stomach. All right.
How are you in the woods and you can't stand blood or guts?
I don't hunt. I kill trees. All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's been fun, guys. It's been a great show. I always love doing this, man. Thanks.
Oh,
You
no
be
problem.
safe,
Julius. Get
seriously.
to bed, man.
Be safe.
care
Get some
of yourself,
rest.
Julius.
Take care, bud.
Tell Danny that we're sorry.
Oh no, she was already warned. I already told her.
No, I know, but listen, just tell her blame Steger. Just tell her that.
Oh, I always will.
You're not supposed to back it up.
That's true friendship
Hey.
right there.
Good
We
Lord.
both have German wives. We know the struggle.
The theaters. Yeah.
Untergleber Glaben Schloben.
That was Norwegian.
Du bist ein Steins. Das ist
There
ein
you go.
Kinderpopo.
Julius,
Auf
have a good night, buddy.
Wiedersehen.
JB, thank you for coming on. We'll get Austin on longer than 30 minutes next time, hopefully.
He always cuts out on us. He's so afraid we're going to pick on him. I think he makes up random excuses to get out on us early.
Oh, I'm telling
I
him
think
that.
so. I think so. He can listen back. It's on tape, baby. I'm calling him out. It's the second time. I don't believe that when we have this stuff planned weeks in advance, that all of a sudden there's people you need to pick up from the airport conveniently in the middle of the episode.
I mean, he said that last week, too. We checked on him, so I don't think so.
Nope. And then the time before, I think he was picking up his mother-in-law from the bus station.
I want him live video on here next time.
He's out there Ubering for his whole family right now.
Oh, God.
Oh.
All right, well, you guys go ahead and hang up. We'll go ahead and close out the show, gentlemen. Thank you for coming on.
No
We
problem.
appreciate
guys.
both you guys. Stay safe. Till next time.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, that was a lot of fun, man.
Heck
What a
yeah.
show.
Yeah, it went a little long, but I don't care. We nailed down a good halfway point show. I liked it.
Well, you know what? It's not just about the look. We could get in and out of this probably in an hour and 15 minutes if we just stuck to football. What the hell fun would that be?
You gotta have fun with it. I mean, that's what makes it. I mean,
otherwise it
that's what
gets
this is.
catty.
It's the how and why. Well, I mean, it's like the how and why, but it's like you're sitting at a how and why bar talking football. That's what I love about this, right here.
Like, yeah, maybe you guys think I'm crying about certain things. I'm not crying. That's just me. I'm an angry man about certain people and certain things, and I'm gonna express it. But it ain't.
Oh, you know
crying.
what I did notice?
What?
Aaron Rodgers has the stash back in the mid-season.
It's Movember after tomorrow. That's why I'm growing out my beard.
I know, but when Rodgers grows the stash in mid-season, that means he's really comfy. Like, I'm not talking about I'm talking about like comfy in where his play is at.
It's a comfy stash. Is that what you're saying?
Whenever he's grown that in the past, he's always played well for that season. He rocked it in 2014 and 2016. Just saying, there's just not a coincidence there. Also, folks, wanted to give a little bit of an update since we had to get into the NFC North Round Table. Devontae Adams was a full participant in a non-padded practice today. So it looks like he has a good chance of playing in LA. Not a guaranteed shot, but it's a lot better than it has been the past 4 weeks being out. So Derwin James will be out for the Chargers. That was reported today. So, man, if Devontae Adams comes back the way this offense is playing, LA defense might be in for a little bit of a struggle there.
Is that all you have, Dave?
But anyway, yeah, Abraham Campbell and Jay Sternberger were both full participants as well.
Ooh, Abraham Campbell. What does that mean?
Good safety linebacker depth.
That means,
that
do you
Penn
know that?
loves.
That means that no more Amos up on the box, in the box
Nope.
for me. That
It
means he gets
Amos
to play
and
where
Savage
we paid
will be
him
in
to
the
play.
back. Yep.
Thank God.
They'll both be playing basically like a co-free safety. You're putting Ibrahim Campbell because, man, tell you what, for a safety, that guy can lay the boom. I remember that last year. He was leveling players in the Patriots game. And then
I'm
he went
sure
out.
he's
in
bigger.
Well, yeah, with rehab and you're building muscle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he's in his, I think he's a second year, or is he a third-year player?
He's a third year. He was the Browns' rookie year. We picked him up off of the Browns last year.
Right, so this is yeah. He's really coming into his NFL body at this point, I guess is my point then. So he should it shouldn't. And he doesn't need to be a burner. So even if he lost a step, that's okay for the role they want him to play. We need him to lay the boom and be able to cover pretty good because he's got help behind him now that he's in there. He'll have two guys behind him that are assignment sure. And one guy's a freaking assignment sure rocket. Let's put it like that. That's what Savage is.
So we have 22 players in the injured reserve, or not the injury report list. Get this. Not one was a did not practice. Every one of them practiced.
I think the staff's doing pretty damn well managing.
They're not wearing out their players in practice. They know if they're hurt, they're going to use them to the point where just give us what you can get, or just give us what you can give, and that's it. Like, we're not going to push you. Like, I love the fact that I know a lot of fans didn't want this to happen, but they let Adams take his time.
Why? Okay, Dave.
He's comfortable.
What is Adams? Let's get in a discussion of, because this is a necessary how and why we need to get in, because this is a stupid thing when we're going to sit here and break down his game. It's very dumb. It's his big toe, right?
It's his big toe connecting to his knuckle of his toe to his foot.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what has every national football show that breaks down players and stuff always talk about Davante Adams and what makes him so unique when they break down film of him compared to all the other receivers because about his game. And they've all said this is the only guy that does this.
Better than anyone.
But he uses basketball techniques with his feet that football players are not
but
taught.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's the best off the line. He's able to get off the line any which way in the basketball technique. So
and why
you don't have your big toe accessible.
You can't do it. And so what rush him back? Then you're getting you're taking the number one thing that makes him most effective and you're limiting it. And you're now prolonging that injury, so you're prolonging him playing limited. You are better off, and they have proven, you are better off just to let him heal. Look, I know this is going to sound funny to Packer fans.
Last year would have rushed him back by week 3, and he would have re-injured.
Dave, but I know you're going to agree with me here, but that wasn't my point. But that's a good point. It wasn't my point.
I'm still adding on a little tidbit.
Right. That's good, though. It was very good. You're good, sir. You're good. My point is that it's going to be hard to hear this. He's a luxury to this offense. They've proven it.
Yeah, they went 4-0 without him. Yeah.
And scored their highest point totals of the season without him.
32 points per game on 4 games without Davante Adams, folks. Now you add him in. That's a whole nother facet that defensive coordinators have to account for. Like, their CB1s were covering Kumaro, Lazard, and MVS. There's no disrespect taken from them because those guys have stepped up in a big way in those games. We've seen over those 4 games, they've stepped up. They've made the big catches. They've been coming off and producing as those safety nets for Rodgers where he could roll out and he's going to have that receiver there. Unlike last year, you'd have so many receivers run the wrong routes, and then you'd have a receiver, the only receiver that's supposed to be on the right side, running a flat on the left instead of him going to the right when Rodgers is going to the right, and there's no one down there. So that's why you got to think there was so many throwaways. 1, Rodgers didn't trust his shoulder yet because it wasn't fully healed, and he didn't know how to operate it. 2, because of the fact he went ahead and he didn't have anybody to throw to with the trust.
I want to get to this real quick because I was going to write it down because I wasn't sure how long you were going to talk. I'm watching the Brady game, right? The Patriots. Mm-hmm. Brady throws the ball away a couple of different times in a drive, right? But then he ends up converting 3rd down or whatever. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, Tony Romo is talking about, starts praising him about how he won't take a sack. He'd rather throw the ball away, not take a sack. what was Rodgers getting yelled at for last year?
He
had a broken leg, and he
year.
would throw the ball away instead of taking another